I'm here with Jojo Jourdon, the NXN champion. So, Jojo, thanks for being on here, and just gonna go straight into it. Well, way back in May, I think at the state track meet, I said you were going to be a top 10 name in the country. I undervalued me. I undervalued you, man. That's on me. I apologize. This is my official apology. Uh, do you feel like kind of that reputation is coming in as an underdog or a dark horse contender? Do you feel like that helped you?
Um, Personally, I think it kind of did. It didn't give me any pressure going into me. There wasn't a super high expectation for me to perform. I mean, I had that expectation on myself, but from the outside, it wasn't really. No one really had me ranked in the top five, so I was just going to go out there and perform and do my best.
Gotcha. And so your season started out a bit slower. Can you talk us through kind of your build up from the beginning of the season to where you are now?
Yeah, so I mean, taking fourth at Timpanogos was a little tough for me. I mean, all those guys ended up going to NXN, so it was great competition just in the state of Utah. And then going to Woodbridge the weekend after, having a great race there, going under sub 14 for 3 miles, and then going to Bob Furman the week after, running my first sub 15 on a hard course like that. Honestly, it's just the confidence just stacked higher and higher after each race, and then going into NXR, I felt really good. I thought maybe I could give Danny a run for his money. He ended up dropping me. And then going into NXN, I was just super excited to be there. I was always a dream of mine to go there. So I once, after I'd qualified for NXR, I felt like the pressure was off and I could just race my own race.
And so, from my point of view, I feel like I kind of saw Bob Furman as your turning point when, like, oh, he is back, he is legit. What do you feel like was the most important race outside of NXN, obviously?
Yeah, I think it was definitely Bob Furman because I saw Evan Noonan was in the lineup before, and I knew I wanted to give him a run for his money at Bob Furman. He was coming up in elevation. I was going down a little bit. It was a tougher course, and I thought the course itself played to my advantage. And just crossing the line and just barely getting him was definitely a confidence booster because he'd run so fast the week before, and I mean, he's just an incredible athlete. And then also beating Landon Heemeyer there was also ranked pretty high and has a very good PR. I think all of those factors just made my confidence skyrocket after that race.
So, just a second ago, you mentioned the course up at Bob Furman up there and how you feel like that was a bit of a tougher course. So, obviously, the course conditions last Saturday over at Glendover, they were not ideal, right? Can you talk, like, what was your initial reaction when you saw those course conditions, when you saw the weather forecast? Do you feel like it helped you, hurt you? Any thoughts on that?
Yeah, personally, I was excited. I know all the Southwest boys were excited as well. And going into it, I mean, a week before I looked at the weather, I knew it was going to be cold and rainy. The Thursday when we got there, it was freezing. It was so cold. But once it came to race day, I think it got around 50s, and it was pretty nice. Honestly, was didn't feel cold at all, and I just went out there. I knew that there was going to be a lake. I knew it was going to be extremely muddy, and I just wanted to have fun with it. So I went out there and I just put my best foot forward.
So, for those of us who aren't in Utah, can you tell us, like, what the weather's been like up there recently? Because I've heard it's, yeah.
Yeah, it's gotten the a week before there was snow, so I was doing workouts like snowy, icy grass. It was not as much. It's not really fun, but it's definitely gotten a lot colder. The snow's starting to set in, so it's the conditions I think played a little bit to my advantage because I'd already been running in it for about a week and a half, so I was kind of ready for it.
That's right. So, back to the race itself. Can you walk us through any key points from your point of view? Is there anything tactically that you feel like you would have changed, or anything you feel like you could have done a little bit better?
Yeah. I talked to my coach the night before, and it was really he just didn't want me to get caught up in the fast start. So I think I came through the 1K in around 15th place. He wanted me to be about 3 seconds off the lead after 4 or 800. I was probably a little closer to the lead at that point, but yeah, I just slowly moved up, and then there was a back portion, like back where there weren't many spectators on the course. There was a hill, and I ended up powering up it, and I found myself just into the lead. I didn't like plan on it at all, and then I put a little bit of a surge down the hill, and I saw it kind of strung out a little bit. And then I took a little look around, didn't see any of the big pre-race names, the big names that were contending to win, and I thought I should just go now. I mean, as if I put a good gap or as much distance as I can on those guys, maybe I could hold them off, in the last K or something. So I went for it around 2.5K. I know a lot of the guys went with me, that we had a pretty good group. And then coming into 4K, I had a good gap, and I just tried to hang on as for as long as I could.
So, was the plan? Were you and your coach? Were you guys always going in with the goal of, hey, I think I can win the national title?
Yeah, so he told me I could. I mean, I was like, okay, it could happen. It just depends how it plays out. I really thought I was gonna be I was shooting for a top five finish. I think I would have been super proud with the top five finish. I would have been amazing on the day. But yeah, I ended up feeling really good, and I don't know if he wanted me to go for it, but I decided at that moment that I was going to go for it. I was going to go for it from farther out than he probably would have liked me to. But yeah, I mean, I didn't have any regrets about it at all.
So, switching focus a little bit from where you're at right now in high school, why'd you pick Wake Forest? Why are you going to the Demon Deacons?
Yeah, so I just had a great time with all the guys. It's an extremely young team, which I'm excited to be a part of. Just building such a strong program with all the guys they got last year and a ton of the guys they got this year. Um, I looked up to those guys last year. The guys, sub four for Rocky, so many fast times for Hunter, and it was just like I wanted to be a part of that team and that team culture, and they all bring each other up, and it's great to see. Another big part was academics for me. I think it's an extremely academically strong school, and all the guys on the team are challenging themselves academically, which is extremely important for me. And then also Coach Hayes and Coach Hazuri, just great coaches. I liked how they coached and their philosophy behind coaching, and I was just really thought it was the place for me. The only downside was about how far it was from home, but that's really it.
So, on that college track, you got any goals, even this track season, college, long term?
Yeah, I haven't really thought about super long term. This track season, I do have pretty big goals. I would like sub 840, maybe in the 835 range. That probably the place to do it would be Arcadia, if anywhere, or later in the season, depending on if I get a race at sea level. And then, of course, a big goal of mine would be sub four. I think it's definitely doable, but it'll come down if I could get into a good race at sea level and get a bunch of guys. I think there are a couple guys this year that could push that barrier, and I would just be super thrilled to be part of those top guys.
So, one final question. This one's a bit, it's kind of different from everything I've always have asked, but I wanted to, get this a little bit on the record. So, something that a lot of people may be wondering, considering you're from Utah, is do you plan on going on a mission trip before you're enrolling in college?
Yeah, personally, I am not LDS, so I do not plan going mission. I'm excited to get grinding with the boys at Wake Forest next year, and it's going to be a great time.
All right. Well, Jojo, that's all I got for you. Thank you so much, man. All right.
Yeah.